Your $20 Claude Pro subscription already includes a coding agent Anthropic sells to enterprises. Almost nobody who pays for Pro has ever opened it. You are already paying for this. Watch me prove it. I am about to install Claude Code on this laptop from zero. Run one prompt that does real work. Turn it into a workflow I can trigger again tomorrow with a single line, all in one sitting. Copy one command into a terminal and you hand real work to an AI operator this afternoon. No developer required, no new subscription, no new browser tab. I'm Stewart. Every Claude Code tutorial online starts with a terminal already running, and terminal comfort is the exact step keeping business owners out of the game. So we are doing it end to end. 7 steps, 0 to a working automated workflow. Nothing skipped, nothing assumed. Empty terminal at the end of this video and I failed. Step 1. Check what you already own before you install anything. Open claude.com/product/Claude Code in a browser. Scroll to the pricing block. Pro is $20 a month, billed monthly, or $17 a month if you pay annually up front. Read the line right under the plan name. Claude Code is included. Pay for Claude Pro and you already own the coding agent Anthropic sells to companies. No separate sign-up, no separate credit card, no upgrade page. Max plans sit above Pro at $100 and $200 a month if you need more capacity, and the exact same Claude Code comes bundled with both. Most Pro subscribers open the chat box in the browser tab, type a question, wait for the answer, close the tab, and never realize the plan already includes a terminal agent that reads files, writes files, and runs commands on their own machine. Same login, same account, different surface entirely. And nobody at Anthropic sends you an email about it, so you have to know it is there. One ask before we install. The exact commands I run, the first prompt template, and the full routine I build at the end are all pinned in the Church of SEO Jesus, my free school community where I drop every workflow from these videos. The prompts, the checklists, the copy-paste scripts, free to join. Link in the description and pinned in the top comment. Subscribe if you want the next one, where I take the same routine and wire it into a real revenue task. Now back to the terminal. Step 2. Install Claude Code. Open the docs at docs.claude.com. Click the Quick Start page. There is one install command on the page. On Mac and Linux it is a curl line. On Windows it is an npm line. Copy the exact command as printed on the page. Do not retype it. Do not fix what looks like a typo. Copy-paste, straight from the docs to your terminal. Open your terminal now. On Mac it is called Terminal, and it sits inside Applications, then Utilities. On Windows it is called PowerShell, and it comes pre-installed with the operating system. Hit the Start key and type PowerShell. Paste the command in, hit Enter. The installer downloads the Claude Code CLI onto your machine. Wait for the scrolling to stop and for the prompt to come back to you clean. Install finished. Now type the word Claude, all lowercase, by itself, and hit Enter. First run asks you to log in. Your default browser opens to a Claude sign-in page. Sign in with the same email address you already use for Claude Pro. Come back to the terminal window, you are in. Step 3. Point Claude Code at a folder. Browser tab cannot do this part at any price. Claude in a browser tab has no idea what lives on your computer. Claude Code lives inside a folder you choose and reads, writes, and runs commands only in that folder. Make an empty folder anywhere on your desktop. Right-click, New Folder, name it whatever you want. Mine is called My First Workflow. Change into that folder in the terminal, one line. Type Claude again inside the folder. Claude Code is now watching that folder and only that folder. Everything it does happens inside those walls. Nothing outside gets touched. Your Documents folder stays untouched. Your desktop stays untouched. Your kids' photos stay untouched. Folder isolation is your safety net. Nervous about handing an agent access to your machine? Stay in one small folder while you build trust. Move up to bigger folders when you are ready. My rule for the first week is one project, one folder, nothing shared. Step 4. Your first real prompt. I am not asking Claude Code to build me a startup. I am asking it to make one Python file that prints a daily report. One sentence in plain English. Type the sentence, hit enter, watch it think for a second, watch it write the file, watch it print the file back in the terminal so I can read exactly what it created before it saves. 20 seconds, start to finish. Not a chat message on a screen I have to copy-paste somewhere. A real file sitting on my disk in the folder I pointed it at. I can open it in any editor. I can email it to my accountant. I can double-click and run it. It exists in the world outside the chat window. Most people realize what actually changed at that moment. Claude did not describe the file to me in prose. Claude wrote the file for me. First prompt, first file, real work done. Not a demo. My file in my folder on my machine. Anyone else on Earth would never even see it existed. Step 5. Turn that one prompt into a workflow I can rerun tomorrow morning without retyping a single character. Browser tab stops working here, and Claude Code keeps going. In the same folder we made in step 3, I create a new file called routine.ps1. On Mac and Linux, you would name it routine.esh instead. Inside the file, 3 short lines. Line 1 sets the working location to the folder the file lives in, so the routine always runs from the right place no matter where you double-click it from. Line 2 calls Claude with a similar prompt to the one I just typed by hand, and this time it adds a permission flag that means accept file edits automatically without stopping to ask me every step. Line 3 runs the Python file it just updated, so I see the fresh output printed right there in the terminal. Save the file, routine done, one file on my disk. Anytime I want yesterday's job done today, I run that one file and Claude Code does the same work again from scratch with fresh output. No retyping, no copy-paste from a browser tab, no new chat session, no wondering if I forgot a step. A button I built for myself in under a minute and I never build it again. Setup pays you back the moment the routine runs the first time. Every morning after that is free. Step 6. Trigger the routine. I run the file. And watch what shows up on your screen the very first time you try this at home. Mine says Claude is not recognized as the name of a command. Not a Claude Code problem. Your operating system does not know where the install put the file yet. 2 fixes in order. Fix 1. Close your terminal window completely, open a fresh one from the start menu or the dock, run the routine again. 9 times out of 10 that solves it on the spot. The installer added Claude to your system path, but the terminal you had open was already running before the install finished, so the old session never picked up the change. Fix 2. On Windows only, run the install line from the docs page one more time, exactly as printed, let it fully complete, then open one more fresh terminal. 3rd try works. Path errors are a rite of passage for anyone new to a terminal. Hit it once, fix it once. Never hit it again on this machine. And do not ever Google the error and paste in a random registry edit some blog is selling as a fix. Path errors are 5 minutes, blog fixes are 5 hours. Step 7, the bonus round. Anthropic ships a feature called routines that goes further than a file on your disk. Configure a task once in the interface. It runs on a schedule you set, like every Monday at 9. Or it runs from an API call another tool sends. Or it runs in response to an event like a new customer signing up. Same routine, Anthropic hosts and runs it on their machines. And here is the piece nobody tells beginners. The exact same Claude Code covers you writing your first Python file today, and the operator fanning out 100 parallel subagents on the hardest task in their queue. Dynamic Workflows, announced in May, does exactly that. Install once, never outgrow it. Same login, same account. 0 to a fully automated back office on the tool you installed this afternoon. Open claude.com/product/Claude Code yourself right now. Look at the pricing block, 2nd row down. Read the line right under Pro, $20 a month, that says Claude Code is included. Proof, not me telling you. Then run the install. You now own an AI operator that lives inside your folders and does real work every time you run one file. Your competitor is still watching a 100-second Claude Code hype video that never installs it. Before you close this tab, one last thing. The Church of SEO Jesus is my free school community, and this video's exact install commands, the first prompt template, the routine, PS1 file line by line, and the fix for the path error are pinned in the welcome post. Free to join, link in the description, and pinned in the top comment. Post your first workflow in the Wins channel so I can see what you shipped. Next up, I take this exact routine and wire it into a real client task that emails a weekly report every Monday morning while I sleep.